Welcome to Chamber Chat. Chamber Chat is a morning radio show where we chat about the Conroe Chamber of Commerce, upcoming events, and business and organizations. I am one of your hosts, Courtney Galley, Director of Program Development.
And I'm Samantha Good, Director of Membership Development.
The Chamber is a nonprofit organization with the mission of serving Conroe, Willis, and Montgomery communities to improve the economic development and quality of life. The Conroe Chamber is made up of 1,000 members of these business communities. The Chamber provides members various monthly networking events, educational seminars, cost-effective marketing opportunities, as well as funds ways to give back to the community it serves. The Chamber has been in business for over 82 years.
The purpose of this show is to inform listeners of the monthly events of the Chamber and to promote our members. Each month, guests will be brought on to talk about what is happening in the Chamber and get the inside scoop of our members, what they do, and what has made their company successful. I hope you have your cup of coffee because we have a small lineup this morning. we just have one special guest for you today and some fun information. I guess Courtney's a little bit of our special event or special guest.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear many hats today.
So you might need coffee just to get through our show this morning. I'm sorry.
Something, yeah.
You'll have hat hair. Don't do that.
Oh, that's true. Don't want any hat hair. I think I already have sunglass hair from this morning. So, well, we're very excited to have our new president, Brian Bondy, join us today. Welcome to Chamber Chat.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's nice that I've been here almost 2 months. Now I finally got the invite to attend. So the invoice to attend too. How about that?
Exactly. I think that's the correct wording.
We just came from staff meeting. Can you tell? Thanks very much. So what's coming up? Tell me, because I would like to know what's coming up.
You don't know what's coming up?
I do, but I'm just trying to pretend like I'm the listener.
You're the listener?
Yeah.
Well, a very, very important event we have a week from Thursday is Tastefest.
Woohoo! I'm looking forward to it. That's my first one.
Oh, my gosh.
If you leave hungry,
Yes.
it is your own fault.
Good point.
Or you should turn around and go back in. That's what I should tell people. Turn around and go back in because you didn't hit all the booths then.
So how many do we have?
How many booths?
Yes.
We will have, with our sponsors, we'll have around 50, but we have about 35, 36, 37-ish.
Places to taste?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
In
not
only
kidding.
3 hours?
Yes.
That's it.
You can do it. You can do it.
Is that counting the wine and beer, Courtney? Because those are the most important ones, right?
No, that's not.
Oh,
So
that's just
why
the
it
most
kinda
important
goes
ones to
up.
me.
It goes up, but we doubled the beer booths too, just to.
Ooh.
Yeah. we know our audience.
Apparently you do.
Exactly. We do know what's important.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and the Texas Renaissance Festival, which comes out, they also provide some wine, and they have a triple booth. So
Triple.
Ooh.
yeah, so they're going to be good. They're going to have a bunch of their vendors that are out at the festival. So
So this must cost like $50 a person or something, as many as you've got.
you would think,
Yeah.
but no,
No?
no.
Tell me.
We charge the low price of $15 in advance.
Really?
So $15 for all you can eat.
That's a pretty good deal.
You can have
Yeah.
a cheap date for $30.
You really could.
Yes.
You get 2 drinks.
Yeah, you get
all
2
you
free
can
drinks.
eat food, pretty much.
You could be a hero.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know
It's
what
a
I'm
good date
doing.
night. Yeah.
It is.
That really is a great price. Now, what happens if they buy them at the door?
Then they got to pay $5 extra. It's $20 at the door. So you
Still
should
a deal.
Yeah, but so you should go ahead and just buy them in advance to make sure you have them. Because you never
You
know.
don't-
We could sell
could
out.
Sell out, yes.
And you don't
because-
have to tell her that you got $5 off for purchasing them in advance. She'll think you're
Still a hero.
yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, where can you go for $15 all you can eat?
So what year is this that Taste Fest has been going on?
This is the 6th annual Taste Fest.
Okay.
But different versions have been around for probably 10, 20 years. So,
Right.
But this kind of came about several years ago to kind of brand it more for a tasting type of thing. And so the last couple of years we've had H-E-B come out as our presenting sponsor, and they do a cooking kiosk. Mm-hmm. So right when you walk into the convention center, you'll see them there, kind of what they do at the stores, at H-E-B stores. So they'll have somebody up there with their microphone and doing some cooking demos. So that's really exciting. And then we have some great new restaurants this year that I'm really excited about.
Yes.
And
We do have some really awesome ones. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see them get involved with the chamber and then get involved with Taste Fest because it's such a great audience for getting your name out in front of people.
It is. I mean, you're out in front of 1,000 people. I mean, that's bigger than Lobster Fest. So you're out in front of, and not just, I like to tell people, not just chamber members, it's the community, because we have community members come out as well too. So especially those restaurants, we have some restaurants that are down in the Woodlands that are coming this year, which I think will be a great audience for them. For our clients and members up here. So
instead of Conroe going down to the Woodlands is starting to see that Conroe's the place to be. So they're coming up here.
Yeah. So we have Kirby's Prime Steakhouse, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but it's Guri de Sol. I think you say it really fast. I don't know. Dick, do you know? Dick's smiling. He doesn't know.
Can't help you with that one either.
I've eaten there before. It's actually really good. So,
so that's the Brazilian steakhouse, right? That's fantastic.
So we're really excited to have them. We have LJ's Lone Star Barbecue, who does kind of like a food truck. Although he's not going to have his food truck inside the convention center, but he'll be out there.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, but we will have Kona Ice. He'll have his little car,
his little mini one?
Yes,
I love the little
have
mini.
that out there. So there'll be snow cones. So if you want to bring your kids, you can do that too. There'll be some fun stuff for the kids too.
You can't give the kids the alcohol though.
No, they can visit the snow cone place for sure. And Big Little Fudge will be there, so they can have some chocolate and some fudge. Get them all sugared up before bedtime.
Wow. That's pretty challenging right there.
But we have them, and we have All Star Catering, who's probably going to bring out their famous candy bacon, which I call crack because it's so good.
Careful, you can't say that on the radio.
Oh, you can't? Did you bleep me out?
We're still internet-based. We can say whatever we want.
Gotcha. Because if it's on the internet, it's true. Yeah. Okay.
I'll have to change it. I'll have to change what I say on the FM. We'll have Conroe's Incredible Pizza Company. Man, we just have so many this year.
We've got a new lemonade booth that's coming in.
And Heather's Glen, which is a they do weddings and parties and stuff like that. So we're excited about them coming out.
Fantastic.
Russo's, who's normally there. We have Red Onion Catering, who's new.
Fishtails?
Fishtails. So we just had Business After Hours at. They're really excited about coming. Smoky Moe's, which has great barbecue. Spectrum Catering, that's at the convention center, will also be there.
Good.
The Pizza Shack, which Superior Sandwiches. The Cheese Course, which is also down in the Woodlands, is going to be here.
Yeah, they're new this year. Well, they joined last year, but this is their first year in Taste Fest. I'm excited about that one.
Yes.
I've learned a lot more about Cheese Course, and just the cute little place. They have live music. They have wine.
Yeah.
What else could you ask for?
Fine. Wow.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have Buffalo Wild Wings, Berry Hill, Black Walnut Cafe, just Costco, one of our great members is going to be out there, Chili's. We also have Curves from Willis coming, and they're going to be promoting their Jenny Craig line of food that they have out there. So a little different, and so we're excited about that. Outback Steakhouse, Mackenzie's Barbecue, who's always with us. And then another thing that we started a couple of years ago are the CISD culinary students. They'll be coming out and having a booth, so they'll be demoing some cooking stuff and sending that out there. So we're really glad to have them a part of the event again, so be able to showcase this, because I think a lot of people don't know that CISD has a culinary program for their students. So.
And what's interesting is some of those students produce better food than we could ever hope to do.
Yes, definitely.
It's a great program.
It is.
And it gives them a real leg up on their competition.
Yeah, so we're excited to have them back. So
awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a great, fun event. So get on your phones right now, or if you're at your computer at home or at the office, you can buy tickets online. You can come by the chamber. You can go by HEB locations in Conroe and in the Woodlands. And you can go by any of the First National Bank locations or Gold's Gym in Conroe.
Oh.
There's lots of locations. So you don't have any excuse.
Yeah, there's no really reason you have not gotten your ticket yet.
And you can go to our website to find out where all of the locations, all the addresses for the HEB locations and for the First National Bank locations are on there too. So
what's that website?
It's Conroe.org.
Okay, just want to make sure I wasn't 100%. Being new, and it's kind of hard to get these things figured out.
Or just drop by the chamber. We'd love to see you. Come by the chamber and buy some tickets.
Come on by.
Yeah, Becca or Melissa would be glad to sell you some tickets. So,
and of course, we'd be glad to sell you more than 1 or 2 or 5. We'd like to sell you a bunch of tickets.
Yes. So
don't we have some ticket packages?
We do. That's great for you to mention. So if you're a company or you have a bunch of friends or your family and you want to buy bulk tickets at a discounted price, we have ticket packages. We have 4 or 5 different ticket packages you can get, and you can save a little bit of money doing that too. So it's a great way to kind of maybe do a little thank you to your employees and say, hey, I'm going to buy you some Taste Fest tickets and come out. Or if you have a neighborhood, your little, if you're living a little cul-de-sac or something, getting your whole group together and go.
That's so awesome. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's a Thursday night. You don't want to cook after work.
No.
You can bring the whole gang down for $15 a person.
Exactly.
And they get a full evening of entertainment and food. I mean, that's tough to beat.
Yeah, get to mix and mingle with your friends and have a good time and meet all of the chamber people. And if you have kids, 5 and under are free. So, bring your kids out. We encourage families. You can bring your strollers in there. So we love to have families come out and have a good time. So.
And that's at the Lone Star Convention Center.
Lone Star Convention Center, yes.
All right.
It's really fun. So we expect everybody to be there.
Okay, no pressure.
No pressure.
So if everybody's listening, either online, this is the chance. Go on, get your tickets, come out to Taste Fest.
Yes.
Thursday,
May 12th from 5 to 8.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That sounds. Now, how have the number of food booths this year compared to the number of food booths last year?
They are growing each year. We've had a couple of new this year.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had a couple of new restaurants come in this year that we're really excited about, and who have joined the chamber too. So glad to have them part of our family. So each year we're growing a little bit by little bit. So, we have to think about it. Maybe next year we might run out of space and we might need to expand it out into the hallways or something. You never know. So
that's a good problem. That's another good problem to have.
It is.
So what's one of the advantages for a restaurant to get involved in something like this?
I think the advantages is you're going to just find, you're going to reach your audience or a potential audience in one night in front of several people. So especially I think when you live in a community, you kind of, we're all creatures of habit. We go to the same place every time. And so this is a great way to be able to be like, oh, well, I didn't know Smoky Mo's was here. Or, oh, wow, I'm going to try Kirby's down in the Woodlands. It sounds really great. Or the Pizza Shack's a great place to bring my kids, or Berry Hill, Fish Tales, I think it gives people a chance to be able to see kind of what's in their own backyard. So, and see what we have to offer. I mean, just think about all these restaurants we named. There's tons of different cuisines in this area. So so they get a chance to sample some of the food, and then the restaurant then gets the benefit of potentially making a new customer. Yes, definitely. Yeah. And sometimes the restaurants will do register to win, so they'll give out coupons. So it's a way to entice people to come back into their...
They give a lot of coupons out. And a lot of other places, like some really fabulous banks, give out meat kitchen utensils every year.
Hint, hint.
Wood Forest has a history of giving out some neat things. Last year, we were really excited about the vegetable peeler.
Yes.
I know it's stupid, but it's nice. Stupid to get excited about, but it's a fantastic vegetable peeler. I still have mine.
Yeah.
Either that or, some people need to get a life if they're getting excited about a vegetable peeler.
I think that's really
that's the most animated I've seen all day.
Either that or coffee's kicking in.
I think that might be,
But yeah, we do. That's a great point. We have sponsors that'll be out there that'll give away goodies.
Such as?
Well, we have Wood Forest National Bank, like Samantha mentioned. We have the Courier. We have Amity Bank. They'll be doing handing out all the water.
Oh, that's good.
And then Elmcroft Senior Living will be manning the soda booth. And then we will be having...
You'll have to go see First Financial to get your wristbands for your very important drink ticket.
That is true. So once you come in to the convention center, you'll need to visit one of their 2 locations on either the left or the right. So you either go take your left or take your right and go get your beer band booths or your not beer band beverage. We should say beverage because you can get sodas and water with them too.
Gotcha.
And get your drinks.
Oh, do you have to use your drink tickets for soda and water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won't be drinking any soda or water that evening then.
Well, because you'll be working, so.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That
too. Yeah. And then we'll have ACT Home Health will be there. CHI Baylor St. Luke's Emergency Center will be manning one of the beer booths, and Gold's Gym will be manning the other beer booth. So go by and see them.
So drink a beer, drop down, give me 10.
Something like that, yeah. I
Okay.
think I thought it last year was kind of ironic that we were selling Taste Fest tickets at Gold's Gym, but my thinking was you go and work out, and then you're hungry because you worked out, and then you go buy Taste Fest tickets.
Well, you've earned the right to go in and
Yeah,
splurge,
exactly.
I think. Yeah, you
Yeah.
work out really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a great incentive.
I thought it worked well together.
They're just 3-ounce portions. I mean, that's a small bite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Times
It doesn't matter how
35
many.
stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It's
just
the
walk
portions,
around. Just
small
walk.
portions.
Well, you can walk around a
That's
couple of different
2.4
times.
pounds of food. That's no problem. I got this down.
Do some lounges while you are little. What they're
Lounges?
yeah, while you're walking to each booth, you could do that too. So,
Where I come from, we do 12-ounce curls.
well, there you go. Do some work out that wrist. That'll
right.
that'll help.
Well,
yeah,
and-
definitely.
It's a bicep curl.
It's good for
Yeah.
the
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
You're working something for sure. Yeah. And then each person who comes in is going to get a nice little bag from Consolidated Communications, so they can put all their goodies in there.
Nice.
And so, we'll have Postcards Magazine out there, too. They're one of our media sponsors. And so we'll be happy to have them. And, just go around and visit and eat and have a good time.
So what is your favorite Taste Fest memory? Ooh, that's a tough one, because now you got to think back to when you either first went or you first I mean, you got to have like that favorite moment.
Well, I don't know if this is a favorite moment, but last year was my first Taste Fest as a chamber employee.
Okay.
And
Did it taste different as an employee than it did as a
Well,
volunteer?
I'm not really sure because I got strep throat. So
Oh.
yeah,
Well, we
so
don't-
it's kind of so when I try to remember back to last year, some stuff is very blurry. So I woke up that morning sick, but managed through it. Pure adrenaline through the whole day and the
Pushed
evening,
through.
and then Friday I just collapsed at home. So
Gotcha.
but so some of it's a little before. I went the year before as a chamber board member, and they were doing. They had the NFL draft that night at the same time, so that was really fun. So, but it just in those couple of years, it's just grown so much. So,
did the NFL draft affect the attendance?
I think it probably did. Yeah,
Yeah, I would
that was
think
the
so.
year that Johnny Manziel was in the draft. So
I probably wouldn't have made it to Taste Fest if it had been on
We
draft night.
had a Buffalo Wild Wings
Yes.
NFL draft lounge.
just
pretty
for that.
awesome.
Yeah. So there were like
Has some
lounge
TVs.
chairs and TVs.
Nice.
So there was
Nice.
no excuse.
Yeah, most of the
I'd
guys were
expect
there.
that from
Yeah.
B-dubs.
Yeah. And the ladies were walking around getting the samples and serving their men in the lounge. So
Wow.
yeah. So if that ever happens, it ever falls on the same time again, we'll probably have to revive that and do that again. But it's never the past couple of years hasn't fallen on the same day. Of course, the draft was last week. So it's
Well,
over.
last year I think it was in May. It's normally in April, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't happen again. Theoretically, yeah, probably not.
Come on, NFL, you can do it for us.
Well, either that or we move Taste Fest to when the draft is.
Yeah. That's true. That might be a little bit more
Yeah.
easily than convincing the NFL to move the draft. So
Depends on what the facility's available.
yeah. So everybody just Samantha, what do you have a favorite? I don't know if mine was really a favorite. That's just something that
Sticks out.
yeah.
You had asked if it tasted different as an employee. Yes. There was a lot less tasting.
That's music to my
Yes.
ears.
But we, I have to say, we had a good time during setup last year.
Yeah?
Because we got to play Find Samantha in the photos, a version of Where's Waldo. And so we had I know, I get excited about silly things. Vegetable peelers and hiding in photographs. So
The other day I was going through them and I saw one that I hadn't seen before and I was like, oh, there's Samantha. It was actually in the Buffalo Wild Wings lounge.
I
And you're
was hiding
sitting in one
behind-
of the
yeah.
chairs. Yeah, I was like, oh, there's Samantha. So it brings a smile to my face when I look through the pictures from the year before.
that was the plan.
Exactly. It worked.
It's nice to know there's never a dull moment,
There's not. We're always having fun at the chamber.
whether we're setting it up or we're tearing it down.
Exactly. Exactly. So, again, if you want to save a couple of bucks, buy your Taste Fest tickets in advance and come out and have a good time. We'll also have a ticket giveaway on Facebook, and we're giving some tickets away on Lone Star Internet Radio. So tune in, and Dick will give you a chance to win some free tickets too. So
Wait, Dick's got some free tickets?
he does.
Holy cow. Guys, if you're listening in, now's your chance. Or no, it's not now's the chance, right?
Could
He's
they
got him.
could they like Facebook us or something if they want to win that way? Okay, Dick says yes. He has a thumbs up. So yeah.
That's a winner.
Yeah, we love
Love
that.
that.
We'll be back with Chamber Chat in a few minutes.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
If you are looking to start a career, you can start your professional life in the U.S. Army. I am Staff Sergeant Stephen Jackson. My fellow soldiers and I can talk with you about learning high-tech skills in electronics and computers as a soldier. Interested in the medical field? The Army has skilled medical and dental jobs that set you up for future success. Come visit us at 2109 West Davis Street, directly behind the Whataburger on Highway 105, or give us a call at 936-756-7002.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hey Conroe, mark your calendars for the second annual Great Conroe Hot Dog Giveaway. Join the American Legion Post 411 on Memorial Day, May 30th at Candy Cane Park from noon to 4. This free event is open to the public. Help us remember our fallen soldiers and stay for free hot dogs, refreshments, and live entertainment by the fabulous Cheyenne James. Visit www.americanlegionconroe.org for more information.
And welcome back to Chamber Chat. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galley.
And I am Samantha Good. And we are here with our new president, Brian Bondy. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for letting me be a part of your show.
Yeah, I think you'll be more come on more as a guest host.
Yeah,
You're really good on the radio.
I have a face for radio.
I do too. We love that.
I was like, that wasn't very nice agreeing with him, Courtney.
No, it's okay. Believe me.
I was saying it about myself.
You do too, yeah.
Yeah.
We were just commenting off the air that what a beautiful morning it is here in downtown Conroe.
One of those Chamber of Commerce kind of days.
It is. But over the years I've learned that even when it rains, that's Chamber of Commerce weather, because you got to have rain to keep the water in the lakes and the rivers, and you got to have it to drink. So. But today is spectacular, and if you're not out and about, you should be after the show's over.
Yes.
Come downtown and walk around, grab a bite to eat. This is a great place.
It is. You can stop in at Red Brick Tavern. They're going to be at Tastefest.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah. Or the Corner Pub. They're going to be there too.
Those are two perfect downtown plugs.
Exactly.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Go and visit them. Great atmosphere down there. Well, we're really glad to have you. I know you're not going to want to talk about yourself, but will you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, what you like, what your hobbies are, where you came from, kind of your past employment, and what you see for the future for the Conroe Chamber? Well,
Conroe is obviously a growing community, and for anybody who's in Chamber of Commerce employment or volunteer, there's only two kinds of communities, those that are growing and those that aren't, and Conroe is definitely growing. How can you not be excited when you walk around and visit with people and the businesses downtown, out Davis Street, out towards the lake, up and down the loop? I mean, there's so much activity in this community. It's very exciting to be a part of it, and one that I'm truly looking forward to being more involved with. I grew up in the Northwest Houston area and went to Klein High School when there was only one Klein, and there was only one Conroe, and there was only one Spring. So you can tell that was a long time ago. I'm not sure they had television back then, but if they did, it was black and white or something like that. Anyway.
Where you had to get up and change the channel.
Had to change
I remember those days. Yeah.
Actually, we had a remote, and I'd push the button on my wife, and she would go and no, that's not true. That's not true.
He's sorry, Gene.
Yes, he really is. And so I went to Stephen F. Austin State University, Axum Jacks, and started to work with the Chronicle out of college, Houston Chronicle, spent about 15 years in the newspaper business. Interestingly enough, it was when I was in the newspaper business up in St. Louis, Missouri, is when I began to get involved with my first Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
And I chaired a business expo committee.
Oh, yeah.
And so we had 2 years in a row of huge business expo success. And that led me to a position on the board of directors, which then led me to become an officer. So
Awesome.
I've been a volunteer for a chamber long before I was ever a staff member. And I believed in what the mission was, and to this day, what chambers are about. And it's about people doing business with people. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, everything else we do adds value to our businesses' investments, but it's still the basic thing of people doing business with people. And that's what, you know, I found here in Conroe is definitely the case, that people are very welcoming, very open, and that to me is a basis of building the organization, which is what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun doing it at the same time. Have had the opportunity to work in some amazing communities in Texas. Spent 8 years in Kerrville, and most recently 5 years in San Marcos. But having grown up here, having family here in this area, I'll just take a quote from The Wizard of Oz: "There's no place like home."
That is true.
So, you know, and the staff, you guys have been amazing to work with in the first few weeks that I've been here. And
we're pretty excited we haven't chased you off yet. That's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I'm pretty excited I haven't chased you off yet. Because remember, it is a two-way street. But, you know, what people don't always see is the fact that it is the volunteers organization. You know, all we do is kind of run the day-to-day operations. But our board of directors, our volunteers, they're the ones that really make the organization sing. And, you know, we've got a great board, great leadership, and, you know, that's part of how the organization runs and how it rolls. And at the end of the day, yes, we'll be, you know, the ones putting on Tastefest, but they're the ones that gave us the direction to make it happen.
Yep. And actually are the ones that make it happen, because, and I always tell my committee, you know, there's no way I could do that event without great volunteers and great members and great sponsors, because it's not a one person show. It definitely happens with a great committee and great volunteers and great sponsors and great people in the community to come out and support the chamber and support our members. So
right,
yeah.
You know, it's, you know, they say it takes a village. Well, the same thing applies with putting together events and running an organization like a chamber of, well, running a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
To be honest with you, if you look at some of the amazing nonprofits that are in this community, I pretty much could guarantee you that yes, there's a good staff, but there's an amazingly committed volunteer board behind them.
Yeah. Yes. Very important.
And so, you know, with Conroe, you know, I've got to be honest with you. It's very rare that a new chamber president comes in and inherits a really good situation. And Scott, you know, did a really, really good job. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to be able to follow in his footsteps, although I don't think I can fit into his shoe sizes. I'm going to do the best that I can, but at the end of the day, I'm probably going to need some Kleenex or something at the front end to keep my toes from going there. But no, just all kidding aside. But we're going to grow the organization. There's a lot of opportunity here. You look around, Conroe, y'all have been here for much longer than I have. But for me, because my parents have lived in the Woodlands for so long, I've been coming back to this area literally every year for the last 30 years. And you know what? This place is growing by leaps and bounds.
Yes.
And, you know, the next stop on the growth train is Conroe. And it's kind of exciting. I drove past the other day the new Grand Central Park over there on the Loop. And you know what? There's roads in there already.
Yeah, there are. They've cleared so much. I mean, 336 Marketplace, which is that first section that's along 336, that's supposed to open by the end of this year. There's supposed to be some new big box retailers in there.
Yeah.
That's phase one. And then there's residential portion that's going to be to the west of that a little bit, that all is supposed to be open by the end of the year. And it's incredible the speed that's moving, and then what that's going to bring to Conroe. It's an exciting time to be a part of the chamber and a part of this community.
Yeah, and it reinforces that, you know, for those businesses that aren't benefiting from membership, they really should be looking at becoming a part of the organization right now. because we're constantly looking and improving the benefits and the services that we offer our members, the involvement opportunities that we can provide for them, putting them in touch with other business people that can help their businesses grow. But at the end of the day, the whole community benefits with more folks living here. Yes, the big boxes will bring a certain amount of revenue for the community, but by its very nature, that also creates an opportunity for small business and entrepreneurs to start things because they provide niches that aren't being served.
Without the anchor stores in that retail section isn't going to be able to get off the ground to have areas to support for some of the smaller retail. And so that's what's so exciting, is getting that first footprint in there is going to drive so much more in that development. It's exciting.
And that location is really primo. I cannot believe how beautiful that property is. So that's going to be at the risk of sounding cliche, it is a game changer, though, for this community. And I know there are those that may not necessarily agree with that, but it goes back to this thing we said at the top of the hour, and that is there's two kinds of communities, those that are growing and those that aren't. And I know for my fact, I want to be a part of a growing community.
For sure.
It makes a difference.
Yeah. It's changed so much in almost 13 years that I've lived here. I mean, when I lived here, there wasn't the shopping center up on 45 and 3083. I mean, it's just... the 45 wasn't 4 lanes, but I mean, it's just in that short of a time, it's grown so much, and it's just really, it's a great community to be in. It's a great county. If I didn't live in my hometown of Brenham, this is probably the only place I know I would live, because I don't know, I just have a tie to this area. It's just, it feels like home when you're not actually from this area. So it's really great. Yeah. Love it. So.
And the lake is gorgeous as well.
Oh my gosh, we're so lucky to have that.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
So I'm dating myself because that's where I learned how to water ski, and it was after senior prom. So we won't go back on dates on that, but it was a while ago. We'll just leave it at that. And it's just in that time how much it's changed and how beautiful the water is, and the work that's been done to make that even more beautiful. And it is an economic driver unto itself.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, not just people who live around there, but obviously with the summer tourist season right around the corner, it's going to make a huge difference for businesses in the Conroe area.
Very lucky to have that in our area. Very much. It's beautiful. When I moved here, my brother was like, "Okay, when are you going to buy your house on the lake?" I was like, "Well, probably not anytime soon, but maybe
they're not
eventually."
Getting any cheaper, Courtney.
They're not. But,
they're not.
But he should help me with the down payment or something.
I know a couple of good real estate agents
that might be chamber members.
They're members of the chamber.
Yeah. I just need somebody with some money to put a down payment on. I think he should share if he wants to come out. He just wants to buy a boat and use the lake. He doesn't care about me getting a home or anything. He wants to use it for his advantage.
Yeah, so, right, maybe him putting his money where his mouth is might help.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a good point.
I think so. Chris Galley, if you're listening, hint.
And if you're not, talk to him.
Yeah, somebody out
Somebody,
there.
Please, talk to Chris Galley.
His kids can come up and stay with me, and so, yeah, it'll all work out for everybody, so.
Awesome.
Well, I think, unless you have anything else you want to add,
I want to hear some fun facts about Brian.
Oh, yes.
There are no fun facts about Brian.
I think there's a couple fun facts about Brian.
There are.
There's a couple.
Remember the little sticky notes? There's stuff on there.
I do remember the sticky notes.
I know that you might like wine. I've heard a little rumor about that.
We've been known to taste a bottle or two of wine, and it is a somewhat of a passion. My wife Jean and I, 4 years ago, we were watching that movie Julie and Julia, and that's the one where she does every recipe in Julia Child's book. Well, at the end of it, Jean said, we should do something like that. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? And then we came up with the brilliant idea of blogging about a different bottle of wine every day for a year and writing about it. Well,
and drinking it.
Because that's what a blog is. Well, you write about it.
Right.
It's on the internet.
Oh,
did you know that?
I kind of heard a little bit about it.
Well,
so.
It's a cool thing. So we tasted a different wine every day for 365 days.
Wow. It's a lot of wine.
It is.
Some of it was not very good, and it ended up down the drain. And some of it was, and we found great values for wine that's under $10 a bottle, under $15 a bottle. And I know there's people that love wine even more than I do and than Jean does. But for us, it was a learning experience and sharing experience. We had people that were following the blog from, I think, at the end, after the year was over, I think there were 55 countries that have been reading about us and following us. So, and that's a almost a universal language. If you start with a glass of wine and where the wine is from, that you can almost start a conversation with just about anybody with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of fun. Don't do that anymore. I think we've written enough for.
I was gonna say, are you gonna revive that or try something different? Do champagnes or
Tumblr might be a better way to go. There's less writing, just photos. Photos as you're drinking the bottle of wine.
Probably
you start
not
out with one.
You
need a couple, one at the beginning where you guys are just sipping the wine, and then
at the end with the litter trail of bottles. No, I don't think that's a good idea at all. And you can pick up this month's FYI, which is the Chamber magazine that runs in the Conroe Courier. In there is an article that I penned about being a contestant on The Price is Right back a few years ago. That was kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
And for those that are listening, yes, I did get up on stage with Bob Barker, and yes, he was very old back then, and that was back in 2000. So, but it's not something that everybody can say.
No, not at all. That's so awesome.
On the show,
love that.
And up on stage with Bob.
Yeah.
So good times.
Yeah, very good. Well, if you want to know more about Brian too, you could always stop by the chamber and visit with him as well too. So
come to Morning Mingle.
Yep.
Coming up when?
Next Wednesday, we will have our next Morning Mingle, and it will be at Conroe's Incredible Pizza.
Oh, it's always a good time there.
It is. It's always they have breakfast pizza. It's fantastic. I know they were toying around with having breakfast pizza at Tastefest. I don't know what they decided on, but that was one of the ideas that was floating around.
Yeah.
But you can come and taste their breakfast pizza the day before Tastefest on May 11th. Then you can go online to conroe.org and go ahead and book that. And then we'll talk about young professionals a little bit later, but we've got lots of times where you can come meet Brian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or not meet me and meet other business people that you might want to do business with, which is really much more important than meeting with me.
I think some people will disagree with that, but
so I went to my first Morning Mingle last month at Berry Hill, and I love the idea of putting people together in a small group and then having them do a group commercial, and just the creativity and getting people out of their comfort zone, and then they're trading business cards at the end of the day. Yeah. What a great way to do business.
Yes. You can check out a couple of those videos on our Facebook page too, and one of the groups wrote a little jingle about Morning Mingle. So
their Morning Mingle jingle.
Yes, so check that out.
See?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if you become a part of the chamber, you could end up on Facebook.
You could. I mean, that could be your 15 minutes
famous.
of fame. That
totally famous.
Totally. Yes.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are amazing.
We're not amazing. Our members are amazing. Yeah.
We have great members.
So if they can't make the Morning Mingle, then there's also a business after hours, isn't there?
There is. And business after hours this month should be pretty fun. We're having it at K&G Capital Mortgage. It will be on the third Thursday, which is May 19th. It's always the third Thursday. So just kind of mark that on your calendar, put it as a reoccurring event, be there, and keep an eye out for where it's going to be each month. But they will be hosting us this month, and we're excited to see their new office. They are still getting some finishing touches done, but they'll be done by the 19th. So we're excited to welcome them into their new office space.
I love Business After Hours. That was always my favorite event to go to when I was a chamber member.
The one we had at Fishtails last month, that place was packed. It was like wall-to-wall people.
Did you see that Scott Harpering from Fishtails said that he would pay $3,000 to host that? I was like, what?
Give us a check.
Can we print that and use that as like an invoice?
Digital invoice coming your way.
I think it's live.
we have it on video, so if you haven't seen it, it's on video.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was very well attended, but the food was very, very good. He's got a great staff over there.
Yes.
In fact, I've been back and had lunch over there, and just really impressed with the food. Had the fish tacos. Get them.
Good.
They're delicious.
Ooh, that sounds.
They were
that
outstanding.
sounds good for lunch.
Blackened.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy their hush puppies and fried okra. That's all I ate that night. I realized when I got home, all I'd had was hush puppies and fried okra.
I also had their fried green tomatoes, which were really good, and their boudin balls, which were awesome.
Oh, I had also tried their crawfish etouffee. Yes. So I had my first 2 etouffee experiences in the same day. And I had a shrimp etouffee for lunch.
Yeah.
And then I had a crawfish etouffee for a little sample of it. I like etouffee. I didn't know what etouffee was. I still don't really know what it is, but it was yummy.
It's very good. I like crawfish.
The secret's in the sauce, in the roux. That how they make it. That makes all the difference in the world. Although I prefer crawfish over shrimp, but I won't kick either one of them off my plate.
Not at all. So
and their fried shrimp was also very, very tasty. Light batter, very fresh. Yep. So we're looking forward to having them be a part of Taste Fest as well as all of the other restaurants that are committed to be a part of it as well.
Yeah, definitely. So lots of opportunities to come out and visit with the chamber members and the chamber staff this month. So we'll talk a little bit more about some other upcoming events later in the show, but we're going to bid Brian farewell, and we'll be back with Chamber Chat in a few minutes.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schissler, and I will be your host. Each week we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schissler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschissler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
And welcome back to Chamber Chat. We were just visiting with our new president, Brian Bondy, and we're talking about some upcoming events and a little bit about his background. And now we're going to talk
He
about...
thinks that there's nothing fun fact about him. There's a lot of fun facts about him. So stop by, meet him, come to our next event. Just get to know him a little bit. We're excited to have him.
He's pretty funny, too. He keeps us laughing, so that's always good. But we're going to talk about something that's coming up that our chamber is a partner with, which is Leadership Montgomery County. And they are having a call out for their class members for 2017. So if you're looking to apply, applications are online at lmctx.org. And if the people in the audience don't know what LMC is, you can come to, and if you're a young professional, you can come Thursday to our young professionals at lunch and find out. We're going to be doing a presentation about what LMC is and how you can be a part of it. But I am proud to say that I'm a class of 2007, best class ever. And I'm on the board, and LMC is kind of a passion of mine. I loved going through it, and it's a great way to meet people in your community and then also learn about your community. So you have to be a member of one of the chambers in the county, and you apply. There's questionnaires and an application process to go through. But what you do is there's a class meeting once a month, the first Thursday of the month, and you learn about different things in the area. So one session could be infrastructure. One is healthcare. Another one is public safety. So you learn about that, and then your class also does a class project throughout the year. So you work together in creating this class project, and it just gives you an opportunity to meet 40 to 45 people you probably never would have, and to be able to connect and network with people in your community. So if you're interested in applying, you can come, like I said, come to our young professionals, or just go to lmctx.org and be a part of that. So,
what was your favorite thing about LMC?
Mine was probably meeting my good friend Cindy Dubois and getting a job out of it. When I went through it, I worked at the chamber. I worked for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. But several years later, there was an opening at the Pavilion, and Cindy was the marketing director, and she had an opening, and I applied and got the job. So it really worked out for me because I got a great job out of it and worked there for 7 years. So, but I like that. I liked meeting the people. We were at a ribbon cutting on Friday, and there were 3 other people from my LMC class there. So, to me, it's about the people. I mean, you do learn a lot about the community that you're in, which really helped me because I was new to the community, but it's about those connections, because it kind of becomes like a sorority or fraternity where you're always connected to those people, and then afterwards you're connected to all the alumni as well. So I really enjoyed the people and meeting people and the camaraderie with it, and just being able then to network and do business with people that you normally probably wouldn't have those connections with. So that's what I loved about it. So I got very lucky. I had a really good class and met some really great people and got a really great job out of it. So,
well, fantastic. Yeah. I'm excited to see what all this next year's LMC class is able to do. This year's class did a wonderful project at MCYS, Montgomery County Youth Services. They helped to renovate some of their housing for the kids. And so they did a lot of work getting rid of black mold, renovating the bathrooms that had holes in the bottom of the tub, new countertops, new floors, painting. They did a lot. And then in a second house, they were able to help put in a kitchen, a working kitchen, so that they could use that other house. So it's really, it's exciting to see what these classes are able to accomplish when they work together and come together.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I'm excited to see what next year's project is going to be. Yeah. It's great to see the impact that they have on the community.
Yeah, and we changed it up a couple of years where how the selection of the process is for the class project. So, but yes, they've done a great job this year, and it's just great I like the aspect of having a class project. A lot of leadership programs don't, but then that way you're giving back to the community that you're also learning about, and so I think it's just a great way to be a part of your community and give back. And Montgomery County Youth Service is such a great organization and a great way for them to be a part of LMC as well too. So
yes.
So we have that, and then what else do we have coming up?
Well, we already talked about some of our other networking events that we have going on this month, but then there's another event I want to talk about this weekend that is a fantastic event to go to. One, it's so much fun, And 2, it's such a great cause. Our Conroe Professionals Firefighters Association does so much for our community. And one of the events that they put on is Fire Up the Bands. And it's a yearly event. And throughout the past 5 or 6 years, they have given over $100,000 just from this event alone back to local charities.
That's awesome.
Last year was MCYS. And this year, it's going to be the Rotary Firefighter House in Houston. And so it is it's almost like a Ronald McDonald House for firefighters.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's down in the medical center, and it's such a worthy cause because our firefighters do so much for us and so much for our community. And unfortunately, in the line of duty, they have a lot of things that they encounter that causes different cancers and smoke inhalation and just dealing with some of those chemicals in the walls that are then burning up and how they react with heat.
A lot of stuff we just don't think about.
Yeah, you think about the fire and you think about like burns, but you don't necessarily think about the other things that are associated with it. So it's not just helping the firefighters give back to the community. It's helping the firefighters give back to other firefighters. And so you can still purchase your tickets. They are $15 ahead of time and $20 at the door. It runs from noon to midnight on Saturday, and they have a great lineup of bands. You can check it out on Facebook and get a link to where you can purchase tickets. And you can also see what other stuff they have going on. But their headliner is Conroe and Blue Edmondson and the Josh Fuller Band. So they've got a great lineup. And if music or enjoying yourself out by the lake, because it's at Papa's on the Lake and it has been for the past few years, if that doesn't sound enticing enough, you get to hang out with our firefighters.
Exactly.
And they're kind of a hoot. They're kind of a lot of fun.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. And it's supposed to be a high of 86, no rain. So it's going to be a beautiful day out on the lake. So you definitely have to go.
Yes. And again, if the firefighters aren't enough draw, you can hang out with me.
That's
I will
true.
be there.
That's true.
So I'm excited.
Come out and have a good time. Yeah, sounds like a great day. Yes. And then help give back to a good cause. So.
Yes. So there will also be raffle tickets and a live auction. So check it out. And if you haven't voted yet and you live in the city of Conroe, get out and vote. Today is the last day for early voting, May 3rd. And then the actual elections are on May 7th, this Saturday. So make sure you go and you vote at your precinct location on Saturday or anywhere today. And then head to Fire Up the Bands.
Yep. If you want to check out any of our other events or register for any of our other events, go to Conroe.org or call us at 936-756-6644, and we'll see you next month for Chamber Chat.
Have a great week.
Thanks for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star Community Radio, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, TV, media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.